Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Anna.
We're the Hutchinsons.
We own Hutchinson Maple Products in Lake Paul, Nova Scotia, and we're the largest certified organic maple producers in the province of Nova Scotia.
For over 21 years on the road, running a successful trucking business, we've had quite a journey that has taken us home here to Hutchinson Acres.
This is our story.
Hutchinson's maple products are sold across Canada at various retailers, but they are also sold across the globe. This week, 2 large orders are shipping that they have been preparing the last few months.
So we just finished our container, a 40-foot container going to our customer in the Netherlands, and that was a big achievement for us. It was a 40-foot container, whereas normally we do 20-foot containers for them, so we were pretty happy about having that. That order came about, it's probably our 4th container for this customer, and we acquired them by visiting them in the Netherlands. They were at that time looking for a Canadian supplier of maple syrup. So we went to sit down with them, talk to them, and it took me probably a good year after that to actually get everything in place to make them happy with the products that we were going to give them. So there's a long process to getting orders. Now that we're in the rhythm, it's much easier. So all we basically do is they call us when they need it. They give us 8 weeks to have it delivered to them, which is usually not a problem, but containers are a little tricky right now. So we're trying to plan as far ahead as possible to make sure we can get on a ship and get it there in the right amount of time. For rules and regulations going into the Netherlands, fairly straightforward as far as getting into the country. Just have to make sure we don't have to do different languages, but we do. So we remove the French from our labels and we put Dutch and English. There's a lot of English-speaking people in the Netherlands, so therefore the English is very well received. And of course the Dutch is there for the people who are native to the country. Other than that, date codes, very similar. Nothing really out of place. It's a fairly easy transition into the country.
With such a large order, it takes a hard-working team behind the scenes to make it all come together.
Of course, I've had a lot of help here in production to get this order together. It was a lot of work to bottle everything, label everything, get it on the pallets right, make sure the dating is all correct, if they have a certain date format that they have to use, make sure the labels were all on, make sure we have exactly the right amount of product going on every single pallet. Then of course we have to weigh every pallet, dimensions of every pallet, so we have to do a VGM, which is a volume gross measurement for the shipping container. It's a lot of work for everybody, and our staff here did a really good job making this happen. So I'm really happy that we can get it all together within the 8-week period that we have.
The market in the Netherlands is growing, proving to be a lucrative relationship for both parties.
We are on our 2nd full year with them. Of course, we had COVID in the middle of it, so it slowed things down a little bit. They were shut down for quite a while. They have fully opened up again, which is really nice to hear because they have a total of 22 stores. So we've all been waiting for them to open those stores up again. They had certain ones opened, but not all of them. And they do a business mostly for restaurants, hotels, that sort of thing. That's their big business. They're a little bit of a wholesale kind of customer. So therefore, anybody can still shop there, but you have to pay a membership fee to get in. So, but it looks good for the upcoming future into Christmas. We're hoping that we have a really good season from now until Christmas for sure.
As the container for the Netherlands is sealed and on its way, another container arrives this week, bound for Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia is a very large customer of ours as well, and it seems that whenever we get a container going in export, we get 2 containers at the same time going to different countries. So it becomes a huge amount of work all at once for us. So in this case, we had a full container that went to the Netherlands, and we had a full container going to Saudi Arabia. So we were back to back on international orders. Saudi Arabia, it's a little bit more intricate as far as rules and regulations go. I've learned a little bit of Arabic in the process because all of our date codes must be done in Arabic. So our labels are also in Arabic. They're Arabic and English. So I have to make sure that every batch code that we do is done in the Arabic format and Arabic language. So that was a little bit of getting used to and learning how to do it, and to buy the proper equipment that can actually do different languages. You can buy equipment like thermal printers that just do 2 languages like English and French, but I needed one that could do multiple languages. So searching that out was quite an ordeal. So that container was a 20-foot container, and they're ready to order another one right away. So they're always right at the limit of running out of product, and the fact that they need another container, usually back to back, it takes 4 weeks on the water to get to them. So we have to really plan ahead for their containers. And containers are hard to come by right now, so therefore we're really thinking ahead. Bottles, all that kind of stuff, they're all supply and demand is very, very difficult right now. So we're having to make sure that we're thinking almost a year in advance about what we need to have ready for that. The 2 gentlemen that work for us in Saudi Arabia, they distribute the product for us. They both lived in Halifax at one time, and so they came to us, approached us about selling syrup to them. We had some stumbles along the way. Everyone knows about our little incident with our loss of our first order of Saudi bottles, but we certainly made it up from there. So we've had some great support from everyone in regards to that, and they're very good people to work with, so we very much enjoy working with them.
With the Saudi Arabia container on its way, Anna can exhale, if only briefly.
It's always a very big sigh of relief. I know when I close the doors on a container, I'm usually going, okay, that's done, okay, and it doesn't take me long to start thinking about the next one, because I know I have to start thinking about the next one. So I'm usually on the phone the next day starting, okay, where are we for the next one? How many bottles do we need? How much maple syrup do we need? We've got to plan this out. We've got to make sure I have staff on board to do it all. So it feels really great when a container is left here, but it only lasts for a few minutes, and then we're on to working on the next one for sure.
Next week on Hutchinson Acres, Cheetah starts her day early, and something sweet is in the package.